Hey there, man. It's this Discovery Scouts, the Pirates of the Caribbean film series here. And today is October 31st, 2016. Trick or treat. Happy Halloween today. And the kids coming up about the candy tonight. I'm too old. I'm too old. My sister goes out for the trick or treat with his friends. Um, he didn't tell them about that this Monday, to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for vlogs, announcement, speech reviews, pirate series reaction, prank series reaction, and Q&A answers, and Pirates of the Caribbean movie madness. So today will be about Q&A 15. Just let you know about it. Just today, which will be the Kingdom of Heaven, will be about 11 years last. When did Orlando Bloom just crush on an Eva Green? He was 39. She was 36. She has the idea she wants to be about long stories. She has it about great opportunity. All you do is about the greatest, about the opportunistics associated. It's harder to the hell out of there, as just notices the idea. And my brother just went into the class at about prepares college to do in 5 years. Same as the pretty balanced stuff. It's the same thing. Same thing about very workful for day. Every week, you do have to much be natural for long stories, and my natural days. You'll get it started for right now. It just seems about how you doing, how's it going, how are you, and special should be good. Special is very good, very excellent, good, and very good. Be perfect. Be respectful for actually be democratically. You know, those that have in the public area, those that have a long stories. If you guys wanted to see about the church reactions and about celebration of the church to Catholic from the Roman all the way around the country to the Italy. So what we're gonna do is watching those the Lion Guard showdown of the Outlands. When the first appearance of the second season, as most of you call Zira, leader of a lioness of the Outlands. When Nuka and Vitani, as known as his villains, included hyenas and jackals, leopards. He knows the old one distracting me. Yoshi just can't hear it. It distract me. Well, sorry guys. As continuing to the stories for the Disney Juniors. 22 minutes. Knowing things about 45 minutes. You each decide, and if it's very decided, it's the same thing at the same time. Working the very best ways ever you wanted to take up in the upstairs. It is as hard as most in the head. Mostly, if you're gonna do is all you do is about the classics, Disney's, Warner Bros, DC Comics, Marvels, and noticing, and you notice about it. You notice about it. Very interesting. If you do have it about using about the camera stands on about the video channels, Crazy Boyfriends is noticing to you the best ways ever. If you do have much of the best about the Crazy Boyfriend characters. When the Boo Show, McJuggerNuggets Big Brother, and Came Behind the Camera, the Angry Grandpa shows all you the cast of the characters, the priority, and the fake videos, fake movies, priority trailers, priority clips, priority full movies. The same time and about Psycho Dad, the Angry Grandpa, Angry Grandma, Psycho Mom and Dad, Psycho Uncle, Psycho Mom, Psycho Aunt, maybe Psycho Tom, Psycho Georgie here here, and Psycho girlfriend Juliet, and they were just supposed to be here about 10 minutes ago. So I'll be right back, matey. So I'm gonna have unlock the doors. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. He went home today from his class. He's doing good. You know, his has been about 10 years ago. When the McJuggerNuggets. Also, we do have about 4 years for the Psycho series for Richard Gaming. He promotes everything the problems that I promised about Psycho Dad's faults and it destroys for Jesse's faults. But he make up for his charges, making his a fake. His is a fake paperworks. He able to sometimes of what was gonna happen, what was gonna need to happen. Here definition he was telling us about Jeffrey and Jeffries and Psycho Moms, the Psycho Dads, and Aunt Melissa, Uncle George, Uncle Larry, and their parents there. And he noticed about 1,500 videos. If he wants to be about doing my undeleted videos. He was insane. He was insanity. He was about JT's brutality. He mostly have the best friends: Corin, Buzz, Mark, and Juliet, and Zach, and Parker, and Jeffrey's girlfriend just smashing the breaking his iPad for the last year. For once he has it about for the last year for the winter break for February 5th, 2015, and Psycho Dad was destroy his about YouTube play button. It costed about 1,000 subscribers, to 5 million views, and the cost about $100 for a faking size. According to the Psycho Mom and Manny Corin, and Jesse and Jeffrey Sr. was fighting together and psychotic brothers and his mom and dad. He was filming his freak out about last 3 years, and Jeffrey was smashing down to the driveway to the street. It costed about $600. He tries to walk, follow him. But he starts running away for about get out of there, and he's just gonna escape. It is as hardest about all you do is about 10 minutes to be a man. Here are certainly Tom and their other friends, and they goes to the Roman University. He graduated from last 2 years in 2014. And Jesse has 100,000 gamer scores. He's doing what his own. When the Prince Xbox Ones, but he figuring those out. He was insane. He can do this for his own. But Jesse and Corin has it about classes thinking about TV shows and the commercials. When it's about the priority TV shows, interviews, massachusetts, movie productions, and TV series, as long as he can about. Unfortunately, it has to be about complicated to being one of it. It could about relationship problems, and separate him and his dad. And he was a very pranking fail. He wasn't helpful. He was gone wrong. But he was inclusively bisexual, being male for sexual anyways. So he be causing a lot of getting his about the trouble. He picks up his Psycho Dad's trophies, and he destroys POI for grill it and burn it and push it down to the grill onto the ground, and he starts running away, but he's not gonna hear for the Easter for the last year. And Jesse comes to his backyard. Starts to eat for his lunch during the Easter day. That he was the same thing about that Terry and Jeff was in the same that his friends invited to his party during the Easter day. When Jeffrey was considering and hardest in noticing the temporarily, and he was in choosy ones for asking and not too sure how you did. How is it everything was to be going to? It's just doing about a natural, doing about being naturals, be normal, be regular, be recruited for his friends, and sometimes sometimes guys Georgie Starbucker's mom's prank. He was just literally just funny and loaded shit about hard as hell. When the last year, when the fake was there, the VidCon last 4 months, every day we could have the video stuff on my channel. Sometimes sometimes Juggies and Mateys and Butter here and Georgie here came behind the camera here and Grandpa's corner here. So they're asking you guys about the questions all you do about a YouTube's channel, gaming channels, Twitch, and Google, and Hangouts, and Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Vines, and including Play Stores, Caucus Talk, and Caucus Stories. Be one of them for the captured about 10 weeks ago, 10 weeks last. If you've broken those rules, for everything you could have about same thing, there's a lot of them not to separate. Those are a lot of the girls and boys, psycho boyfriend, crazy, raging for reaction on the YouTube channels. So he was remembering for him about saying hard. It is just work as hard as you can. I could believe you if you enjoy it for any time, for every day. Last year you did this at about the 5-minute minimum. So you do have about 300 videos as the strange man. About the trick stuff. That's tricky. And to notice the idea as hard as hell. If it get out of there, yeah, get out of their life, with Joe, Uncle Larry, and Jesse, and Parker, and Brian temporarily, and Corin, Buzz, Mark, and Juliet, and Zach, and Psycho Dad, wearing some Halloween stuff for this year from last year. Psycho Mom too, and Jeffrey, and his friends, and Georgie and Melissa. He's the witch and the witch queen, the evil witch. And Melissa talks like that to the priority fake evil. He is the one of them. He was scared. Who was gonna be killed? Parker. He was prank. He is the fake. He was been about no idea. He was about who killed Parker, but he calls 911. But he can't do that. Here was a faking prank. Here was a majority. So projective to really pranks on these videos, where everything could happen to his problem there. But Parker was still alive. But he don't do anything. He was about dead positions, about his bloody hell. So I don't know what wanting to be a dude, as if you do have much of a hell, I meant to get the heck out of there. You could call me if you call me about pirate, and you call me about pirate, psycho, me, and nomadical, psychotic, sarcastic, and dramatic. Everyone's could be fighting for why they losing their house. They're definitely, if you understand, if it's standing my dad, my mom, my brother, the sister, my aunts, my uncles, my friends, my cousin, if you all do understand them, you could say everything. You can say hello, everything. You say how's everything going? How's the life going? How's it about college and university going? and that's going to be good. Side about it very good if one of them decides, take you guys to say yes. So yes or no, whatever you want. So feel free to watch this about reaction on a prank series, pirate series, and you can watch about subscriber and McJuggerNuggets, Babe Butter, came behind the camera, and Grandpa's Corner, the Anchor Grandpa shows. For everything we would be having about feel things about the captures, send it out for the Facebook, Google, and Vines, and Twitter and Instagram, and Vine, and Cocker Story, Cocker Talk, and Tomalo. So don't forget, mateys. So my gentleman will be here at about 15-20 minutes ago. So don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything much to be a lie. Just the only one to be asking you do is you need to know about it. Special to being respectful. For you guys that are about for being balanced. Where balance is all you balance. You do have 5 billion of them fulfill everything. You understand to be about fan size. To be about a quarter histories about your channels. You can always do is about 10 minutes to be a lesser size. That's just the interesting about very motion interesting. He used to for the longest about the very struggles. He noticed, but you have to videotaping. So you do have it according to the Washington D.C. Capitals to the side, to the police station and department and military police, Dover Andrews Air Force Base, as Noah's, as you do. So you can have remembered that for only one day for spend a night here. Just this about the spend at the hotel here for 1 day only. You could have January to be about downstairs to eating breakfast, to be to take a tour just other time. You definitely won't to see everything. You could have exactly what you were, exactly where you are. If you lost your parents, lost your brother, lost your sister, and you feel free to call someone else, security officers, bodyguards, and U.S. Army. U.S. Army here will help us all. And you could get your friends to stay with us together, to find themselves together. You only think about hoping about a time. You have to definitely to stay with us together. So you see about what's happened there. If you lose your stuff, you lose your parents. You don't do that again. You same thing much of the time. You so what? So you can't have to be an attorney to determination. Why you have to about talking the fighting, harassment, and pushing, the shuffling, and pitching, on in his job at a Walmart. So don't do that again. If it's definitely an argument for the people, it'll get fired and losing his job, or maybe they will quit about your jobs. So everything about the question is having to enjoy your time. So you can have remember that about very interesting about the question number 1 through 3 minimum. So question number 1. So we do have the people just like this. You told about it exterminated. A lot of the neighbor people just came inside, skateboarding, biking, and filming wherever they want. They wanted to be about watching those of the fireworks. She wanted to do something about everything we could have about police station. The police come in for a drive down to the park, pull over, and the campus. they have the really issues about the friends and drunk and take over about the one of the 35 teenagers around their house. The police, the sheriff, patrol and security officer will arrest them for all of them drinking and driving. So question number 2: drinking and driving is an important thing. If it gets every 15 minutes, if they have the blood to the car, to the ground, to the accident, the rapist most of the resistant to being about five people killed. They have 3 people, and including 3 people wounded and paralyzed. You same thing about drinking and driving. Also, they have the 2 or 3 vehicles there. Then one of them we have it about good. We have about no reason to be in a hazard about uncategorized to driving influence, the DOI, and according to the manslaughters. When a person of people's just murdering, presiding, gunshotting, and drunk driving, and drinking and driving in a house, sometimes neighbors freaks out from about 35 teenagers. They would get us to get trouble. Why they're doing it. Why they're doing it. They're drinking all the beers, the alcohols. Maybe you could have dancing with the soda thing, dancing in the house, jumping in the water in the pool. That's illegally to came over to about 35 teenagers in the house. So question number 3, last one. So the judgment days, just asking you to do it, happen really very momentarily. When the monument says, so we have to kill 5 people, including 3 people and wounded and teenagers. People and teenagers are paralyzed. They're useful to have a very wounded, paralyzed, and he stays alive for the 3 people. When the 5 people died there for the drunk driving for yesterday, they are not gonna be able to go home right now. So they have to stay in about 25 years in prison to be about penalty for $10,000. If the most behaving women you do that has about suspect to driving an influence 25 miles per hour for driving in the car. When the patrol suspected her for when it's about driving the woman and men, and the young one should be about suspect to getting on his own to be arresting, to being about driving an influence to their DOI. So if you guys are really interested, if you guys have to enjoy time, same thing, but better than sometimes you couldn't have anything about your questions. You can have it, enjoy it anytime. You're gonna have to definitely about the scene about it being time in to watch. So definitely will be it. So everything will be questions. Have to enjoy it. Every time you lose it about definitely for really gotta be about 25 years in prison. Will get stay there for a long time, and they will not be able to go home. Everything will be good. You could maybe understand. So you could have the drilling to do is have to better than about very very important have to happen about very interesting. Do you get 0.5? You'll get stay in the prison. You'll stay in the jail and prison, and you're not gonna able to go home. So if you go home very early, if you get 1.0, it'll go back for the arresting. They'll go to jail when they get the 5 kills of 5 people killed, and 3 wounds of paralyzed people, and should be alright. And will be incarcerated and be alive. So you could do if you do ever to do everything we could special for you guys. For thank you for the coming in, guys. So Q&A 15, so coming out today. So 25 minutes to the in social 25 minutes in announcements. So thank you for you guys and coming in for this today is QA. You know, this is what you call for my long stories. So that's it. So may they still first subscribe some more contents to www.gom.org. Type of letters, writing down for the papers. www.gom.org. Just again, piracycaribbean.us. So tell your friends and the fan size, and according to the filmography and videos of priority on your YouTube channels, and fake movies and TV shows and interviews, you'll get the problem there. You'll get the problem there. So tell McJuggerNuggets, Big Butter, Georgia Starbucker, and Manny Corn, Jerry Riley, Grandpa's Corner, the Yankee Grandpa Shows, Getting Behind the Camera, Bridget West, here it again. Bro Squad Creek, Ragging Dad, Psycho Dad, Larry Slash, Joe Bum, Psycho Uncle 2, Psycho Uncle 3, Psycho Aunt 2, Psycho Aunt 2, and Melissa, Psycho Mom, and Derek Diesel Daily, Spence James Scottish, Life of Moko, Life of Boo, Ness Boo, The Boo Show, Big Guy, The Big Guy Live, and Crazy Boyfriend. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google Refines, Choice Lines, and gaming channels, Google Refines. But Kaka Stories, Tomalel, and Play Stores, Hangouts. So don't forget, mateys. So you gentlemen will see you guys. If you do happen to want to see you guys, once you have to about anything about the questions, 21 for 22 for 29 for 30. Don't forget. So keep it rich, mateys. So every time, see you tomorrow. Pirates see you tomorrow. POTC Movie MM. So keep it rich, mateys. On Tuesday, November 1st. Tomorrow is November. Keep it rigid.